Riley Greene hurt his little leg. So this was the report on May 31st. Riley Greene has been placed on the IL with a stress fracture. And, they weren't really sure at the time whether or not what the deal was. Was that a home run? Nope, that's at the wall. Jeez, the wind must be killing all these baseballs in the air. I don't know what's going on. But Riley Greene was, I don't know if you had heard about him. He was one of the hottest hitters on this team. He's young. He was hitting close to 300. I think he had 5 home runs on the year. I mean, not blowing you away with that, but
still,
he was a guy who was really heating up. In the month of May, he was one of, I think he was at the least one of the highest batting averages among the American League, maybe in the entire majors. He was really good, and he was always great in the field playing center, and he's hurt.
And
since then, the Tigers have just been dying. We are just we were 1 game out of 500, and then he gets hurt, and
no, you're not.
We lost 4 straight, and we're probably going to lose this series to the Phillies if we lose tonight. And it's like you have Erod get hurt, now you have Riley Greene get hurt. And you got Javi Baez swinging at pitches that are 15 feet off the plate. And I'm just like, I don't even people are just like, we're already sort of in the mode of just call up some minor league. And I'm just like, I don't even know if I have the heart for it. I don't even know. Because it's like, we do this all the time, right? Where, we picked up some guy named Jake Mrazek. I don't know who Jake Mrazek is. Apparently he plays baseball.
Never heard of him. Okay.
And he stinks. Obviously, he certainly would stink in comparison to Riley Greene. And it's
of course,
Spencer Torkelson, the other big name rookie that we have on the team, he's also kind of struggling.
Well,
it's like, what reason do I even have to watch this team? Erod is dead. Riley Greene is dead. Spencer Torkelson may as well be dead. Javi Baez is a corpse. And Miguel Cabrera, you put me out there. And I might get a
Big
walk.
Miggy. It's Big Miggy. That's why you watch this team.
He's not hitting a home run this year. I will bet you any amount of money he will not hit a home run this year.
Just you wait.
He's
Big Miggy.
I don't even know if it's possible. I seriously don't even know if it's possible. I don't think he has the power. His legs, his knees, Seth, his knees are made of tissue paper.
Well, this is what happens when you're Big Miggy. When you're big,
that's what happens when you don't take care of your body. Albert Pujols doesn't have this problem. I'm just saying.
Albert Pujols is a retard. Oh, sorry.
He is retarded. That's
retarded.
true.
Yeah.
Retired. My bad. That's true.
I'm telling you, it's the Detroit. It's any Detroit sports team. I've told you this from day one. Actually, from as long as I've known you, I think I've told you it's the Detroit sports curse.
What did we do to deserve this?
I don't really. Know.
What did we actually do? It's not as though we have new teams. We have really old teams. The Tigers were a team in 1901.
Yeah.
The Pistons were around in, I believe, the 50s. Same with the Lions.
Yeah.
The Red Wings were one of the original 6. It's not like we're, I don't know, the Columbus Blue Jackets or something. I didn't mean to insult the Columbus Blue Jackets. I'm sorry, guys. But you know what I mean. We're not just some new expansion team that hasn't really gotten its feet under it, don't really have a history of success. It's
you've been around
minus the Lions, I guess. Every one of our teams has some history of success. Every one of our teams has won at least one championship. Every one of our teams, minus the Lions, has won multiple championships, actually. There are many people alive, including myself, that remember these championships.
Correct.
And whether it's the Tigers or the Pistons or the Lions or the Red Wings, it just seems like we're just we're playing with fire all the time, and every time we get burnt. Obviously, it's not anyone in particular's fault that Riley Greene got hurt. It's just what it is. Same with Eduardo Rodriguez. It's just what it is. But it's we had something that was kind of fun, something that made, watching it. It's we might suck, but hey, Riley Greene's up to bat. Hey, Eduardo Rodriguez is getting a start. Where's he going to go?
And that's why they got
how are we going to deal him? And they just
and now
they get hurt.
No.
It's And to be fair, there was some good news on Eduardo Rodriguez's front. Apparently, he was cleared to play catch today. So maybe his finger injury is not as bad. Oh, and we lost Alex Faedo, who is another starting pitcher for us. So I don't even know. We're having a bullpen day right now, and surprisingly, it's working out decently well. It's only 1-0. So that's actually a win for us when it's only 1.
Yeah, you know, it's a win in Detroit sports. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to get the new blood in there or something. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to make the Detroit fans of old just perpetually
did Miggy just hit for power? Oh my gosh, he just hit a double.
Big Miggy.
Wow. Or wait, did he even go to second? Yes, he did. Okay, probably. I was gonna say, I don't know if
he probably couldn't make it.
He made it.
He probably couldn't make it.
That's his 5th double of the year.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
What a guy.
We were looking too before at some of the stats for this team. And look, I know some people were saying, "Oh, you know, we're only sucking now because we lost Riley Greene." Guys, hold on, pulling it up.
There we go.
I just had this. Here we go, guys. Okay, let me run off some of the just counting stats. We're not gonna do.
Well, of course.
You know, we're not gonna do any of the advanced numbers because I don't want to put anybody to sleep. But team OPS, obviously, on base plus slugging. It's a good indicator of offense generally for any particular player. Apparently it must have just updated because the Tigers are now dead last in OPS.
Ooh,
below the Atlanta Braves, yes. Below the Oakland A's. The Oakland A's, who have had a less average attendance than the Portland Pickles or whatever the stupid team. I don't know if you saw that. Some minor league or exhibition team apparently
has more
bolstering a higher average roster than the Oakland A's. Are there a lot of Oakland A's?
Incredible.
I mean, I imagine probably not necessarily, but do you know any Oakland A's fans over in California?
I have a friend whose family is from there, so like kind of by default, but he lives here, so he's a Padres
he's
fan.
A Padres fan. I guess it's an American League team and a National League team, so you're not really going to have like such an intense rivalry anyway.
And I do know that he does own an Oakland A's hat, but he wears it.
That's about like that's going to be like a museum item pretty soon, unless they keep the name, I guess. Okay. So we have the worst OPS in the league. Okay. All right. Let's do a more traditional stat. Okay. Batting average, right? How often is your guy getting a hit? All right. Simple. Everybody has a batting average. Where do the Tigers stand? They are 28th in the league, but they are ahead of your San Diego Padres.
That's not surprising.
How do we have a 223 batting average? You guys have a 220. That's terrible. How do you guys? You have
play baseball.
You have Xander Bogaerts. You have Manny Machado. You have Fernando Tatis Jr. How do you have a 220? I'm just seeing this live right now. This is my real reaction. Seth, what's going on with the Padres?
You know, I wish I could tell you. I think it's just an act from God.
Okay.
Trying to humble us or something. Okay. The baseball gods are just trying to humble us. I don't know.
That's fair. Now, what about strikeouts? Now, obviously, strikeouts are, a big stat in terms of offensive ineptitude. I'm looking for the Tigers here. Where are they? There they are. Okay. So actually, the Tigers are 11th. Okay, that's still pretty bad. But not like
it's better than
terrible,
28 and 30.
I guess it could be worse.
It could be.
But they have struck out 534 times. Your Padres also, by the way, have more strikeouts than the Tigers by one. But still, I don't know how often this is updated. Ooh, the Tigers have the bases loaded with 1 out. I wonder how they'll find a way to not score here.
Get Big Miggy up there.
Let's see. What about walks? So here's the thing. The Tigers are actually okay at getting walks. In fact, they're top 10. They've generated 204 walks this year, which is 10th, tied with the Mets. I don't know why I've got the Braves on my mind. Tied with the Brewers and the Mets. So pretty decent. And the thing is, obviously the Tigers they have this new general manager / president of baseball operations, and the big thing about him that he said in his opening press conference that we want to control the strike zone. So obviously, I mean, 11th in strikeouts, not good, but 10th in walks. Okay, I can see we're trying to do.
It's
something.
It's a balance. It's a balance. Where the Padres fall on that list
for walks?
Yep,
they're actually second in the league. They have 249 walks, so they're also pretty good at generating walks.
Because
home runs. So this is where things get very, very sad. The Tigers.
Let's hear those numbers.
Wait, do we really have 48 home runs? That's amazing. Huh. Now that's terrible, by the way. That's 28th in the league or 27th in the league. But I'm trying to. Yeah, I guess if you add them up, that is how that works, right? Yeah, you add them up.
I think so. Yeah.
I did click home runs. Okay, yeah, I did click home runs. Okay. Yeah. 48. So 48 home runs for the Tigers this year. As far as team stats, or player stats, I should say. Just looking at our roster, our lead home run hitter is Nick Maton and Jake Rogers, tied for 6. The third is Riley Greene, who, as we mentioned, is now hurt. Tied with Spencer Torkelson, granted, not playing. Followed by Kerry Carpenter, who is hurt. Zach McKinstry, not hurt. Matt Vierling, who is hurt. Akil Baddoo. By the way, we're getting to like 3 home runs at this point, by the way. Javi Baez, who is getting paid more money than I will ever see in my entire lifetime and my entire children's lifetime, has 3 home runs. Zach Short also has 3 home runs. It is amazing to me that Zach Short has hit as many home runs as Javier Baez. What are we even paying him for? Oh, Jake Morasnik struck out. That's great. I hate you. I hate you. You know what's funny, though? Tyler Nevin, who is one of the worst hitters I've ever seen in my entire adult life, he has more home runs than Miguel Cabrera and Jonathan Scope, who somehow are still on this. Well, Miguel Cabrera, I guess I can kind of understand why he's still on this team. But Jonathan Scope has been absolutely atrocious. And granted, he's on the last year of his contract. Yeah. I mean, the Tigers are just – it's like I get the immediate reaction of people to be like, oh, man, it's like we lose Greene and we lose we had already lost Carpenter at that point. But we lose Greene and we lose Vierling, and we also already had Carpenter out. And, that's why – oh, and we didn't score a run, by the way. It's like I just knew. How did I know?
Round of applause for Detroit.
And like people, they'll say like, "Oh man, if we had those guys," it's like, guys, we were one of the worst offenses in the league when they were on the team. And I like Riley Greene, and I like. Well, yeah. I don't even. I'm kind of indifferent to Kerry Carpenter because he's got a terrible batting average, but he's got a decent OPS.
Yeah.
So I don't really know how to totally feel about him. I think it might be a little. Like his on base percentage is terrible, but his slugging is actually pretty good, which is sort of why it balances out that way. But like, I just like I don't see a lot of guys on this team that I'm like, yeah, they'll be here in 3 years. I see a lot of I don't knows, which is like MSU. It's like it's a lot of I don't knows. Like maybe they're okay, but
we never know.
These guys are either too old or hurt
or just bad.
Yeah. The Tigers are just bad. And I think it took people a few injuries to realize it. But, if you lose one guy and your season ends in the next week,
that's an issue.
That's a sign that you're bad. Like, you got 9 guys on the team at a time.
Yep. So
yeah.
They should be able to figure it out, but
maybe in a few years, but it's not good. And I really hope that we can have something that we can deal at the trade deadline. I know we have some relief arms that'll always get sold. And hey, Jacob deGrom just got Tommy John surgery, so the Rangers might be in the conversation for a new starting pitcher. So hopefully Erod can get some steroids or whatever the heck they have to give this guy to get him off our books.
I think so.